Make your nice chunky scarf. We're going to use this olive colour. It's Aran yarn. I can't remember where I got it, but it's Stylecraft Special, and I'm going to use 2 strands of it to make it nice and chunky. So to start off, I'm going to use a 6.5mm hook for the chain, because I always tend to do the chain a bit too tight, and then I'm going to drop down to a 6mm hook for the rest of the scarf. We'll also have your snippers and your darning needle. So I'll move them out of the way. We're going to grab the 6.5mm hook and start off with a long chain, because we're going to work up horizontally, is it? Horizontally. So I'm starting with 182 chains. So it's going to be lovely and chunky. Probably not for this time of year because we're coming up to spring, but you never know. So we've done our slip knot, and we're going to have to try and keep our hand loose, trying to keep relaxed. If not, I would go up to maybe a 7 hook as well if I can't keep it loose enough. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 39, 80. And you're doing your 81, 82 is your turning chain. So this is some whopper of a chain. And now I've done the chain, I'm actually going to keep the 6.5mm hook on because I think that it would be too small if I went down to a 6. So we've got our 2 turning chain there. And I'm going to, all this scarf is double crochet and single crochet, so nice and easy. So we're going to double crochet in the 1, 2, 3rd from the hook, all the way down, and all the way back. So it's a nice, relaxing, easy tutorial. That's because I pulled that one too tight. I knew I'd have trouble with this one. And this is why you've got to relax your hands and make sure you don't drop a loop. Can you see that? I've dropped one of the, because I've doubled up, I've dropped one somewhere. So that's all we're going to do for the rest, for the rest of this row and the next 16 rows. So 17 rows all together of this.
It's
so
actually 15
Netflix on,
because I'm using thicker yarn. So 15
get cozy
rows.
and get crocheting. Row 1,
Row 5, row 10,
now we've got up to 12 rows and super duper long. I want to, I'll just fold it in and fold it in on itself. I'm going to come to the pocket parts now. Pocket part now. So what I'll do is just get some clips. And I'm going to see how deep I want the pockets, usually about 25 to 30 stitches deep. So let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. That'll do. So I'm just going to pop a clip in here. And then we'll go to the other side. I'm going to fold that up as well. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. And pop that clip in there. I was going up the sides. I haven't done a very good job of doing an edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crochet that last one again along the edge of the pocket. So this is like your top edge of your outer pocket. I'm just going to chain one and single crochet across the top. So it's just fitting in where we can a nice single crochet stitch. And this will just neaten off your top of your pocket and give you a lovely edge. So I'm just popping these in anywhere, just to try and find a stitch. If it's, see how it just neatens it off much better there. You know, it can be a little bit awkward, but it's worth it for the finishing on your pocket edge. And then, oh, so coming across. Yeah, that's a lot lighter. And then we come to the end. I'm going to put that down there. Then I'm going to flip the scarf so the pocket's facing away from me. And then I'm going to make sure that's nice and square. And then I'm going to single crochet back. So we could chain. We could have brought it through there, couldn't we? Bring it back to front to back. Chain one. And now we're just going to single crochet the two sides together. So now we're joining our pocket sides up to the scarf. So we're joining our sides of the scarf up to make the pocket. So you've got actually going through that level and that level. So it's a little bit stiff. Just try and relax because it will hurt your hands a little bit if you're just too tense. So just take it nice and easily. And that's all we're doing. We're just single crochet all the way. I'm just going to lay that flat and I'm just going to move that clip over to the opposite side. I'm going to just make sure that it's nice and straight. And flip it back. and carry on single crocheting, and I'll meet you back at this bottom corner here. We're coming down to this bottom corner, it's just slightly rounded, so that's the side of the pocket sealed up. I'm going to try, that's it, and grab another stitch at the bottom. I want to put 2 stitches in there, and now I want to single crochet across the bottom, because when we carry on, oh, that's getting on my nerves, we're carrying on our scarf after we've put the pockets on. So same as what we did across the pockets, I'm just going to look for a nice comfortable place to put the single crochets into. I mean, if you're happy with this scarf at this length and width, you could stay there. You could just do your pockets and that's it. But I want to make it into more like a shawl type scarf. And I've used 4, well, this is my 4th ball of yarn, so I want to, and I've got 6, so I want to keep on adding on and adding on till there's a lot thicker, if that makes sense. Okay, so we'll do to the other end, and I'll meet you back. I've got the last couple of stitches on the bottom row, 2 single crochets into the corner. That'll just give us the ability to go around the corner, and then we're going to work our way right back up the sides again. So same as what we did on the opposite side, just a little bit stiff at the beginning because we're trying to pick up all of the loops, just because we don't want holy pockets. So I'm going to crochet up to that end. I'll meet you back there. So we've come up to the back of the side of the pocket. So you can actually, so I'm just going to carry on single, blah. Put your teeth in. I'm going to carry on single crocheting, but obviously without the double layer. I'm just going to be crocheting the single layer and your V's. So I'm just going to do that until we get to our next pocket, which is down here, all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way to here. That's annoying. So I'm going to single crochet all this way to there, and I will meet you back when we get to there. Right, so I've popped you on the pink background hopefully I've just thought it might have been a bit dark for you, so I'm just going to carry on doing the single crochet around down till we get to the top of the pocket. I've put another marker in so I know where it's at, because we're working at the back of the pocket, so it's not always easy to see, and we don't want to miss adding it on. So another stitch, another single crochet, and another single crochet there, and I'm going to just carry on single crocheting down the side of the pocket. So I'm going to go in reverse this time. Just making sure that we've got both sides of the pocket that we are picking up to avoid all of the holes. I'm just holding my hook slightly different to what I normally do. I normally crochet like a pen, but my hands are sore, and I'm really having to work to get through the 2 layers because I've used the chunky yarn. So I'm looking to do 6 balls or 6 skeins, which is the 100 grams per skein, yarn, ball, whatever. So if you were doing like in chunky yarn, which I would say get chunky yarn, you would just use the 300 grams, wouldn't you? Or would you? Or because you get less in a ball then. Oh, well. So right, we're back at the corner. So we've done our last single crochet. I'm going to crochet again into the same hole, and that brings us round the corner, so we're facing along the bottom of the scarf. Then we're going to pick up the stitches along the bottom. So I'm not counting them again. I maybe should see how many I've done on the other side, but it's just whatever feels comfortable to me. So I'm just looking for the nice easy gaps to get into. And then we'll go around again with all these. I'll just do single crochet from now on, 5 rounds single crochet. What I think is notice the ring back on. It's one of my subscribers. She just do it obviously. But I'll leave there's link to my channel below, and I'll check it out because I love their voice in favour. Lots of body type of jewellery because you have to stand for 2 weeks. I've enough, so I need to get my jewels back on. Okay, so just make sure it's not too tight. So we're in the corner one, so I'm going to put another one in the corner. So now I'm facing back up the scarf. So have to be mindful now of grabbing both sides of the pocket. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is carry on single crochet right up to the top. to where this pocket starts and cut off from there. I'm just going to put these edges so we can crochet these ends in as I go. So I'll meet you back when we get to there. So we're nearly back to the top of the pocket. And the end of this round. So we went all the way around your scarf. So I'm just going to join that slip stitch into there. Right, and I'm going to chain 1, turn, so now your pockets are facing you, and then I'm going to single crochet 5 rounds to see what it looks like. Now we didn't do the single crochet across the top of this pocket. This is that one all right? And that one is, so that's where I've single crocheted across. That one wasn't too bad out of shape, but if I find at the end I want to just pop a single crochet across there, I will. You could also do different colours if you wanted to do like a little bit of a trim, but that's a good size pocket there. All right, so I'm going to sit comfy in front of the TV now and do 5 or 6 rounds of single crochet. I've went round 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've actually went up a bigger size because my stitches were starting to curl on the corner and it was hurting my hand. So I ended up going up to a size 8 in the end. So I went to a 7 here and now an 8. But it just hasn't made any difference, I don't think, unless you can see any much difference in it. So I'm just going to finish to the where I started, but I haven't like put a step in it. So what I'm going to do, hopefully nobody will notice, you know, like a step, chain 1 and turn. I didn't chain 1 and turn, I just ended up carrying on, and I've lost the first stitch, you know, what I would slip into there. So I'm just going to carry on all the way down to the bottom and crochet all the way to the end, and then I'm going to add some fringing, I think. So I'll just carry on. Right, so I'm at the end. So this could be my first tassel. It just feels a bit odd. Should I put another one in? Yeah, so I'm going to put another one in there, and I'm going to snippity snip about here. Now to make your tassels, we're going to just get rid of all this out of my way. One sec. Right, so to make your tassels, I had to have a practice then because I'd forgot. I'm cutting these 2 strands. I'm just going to measure about 22. I'm doing it one at a time only because I don't know how many, well, there's 30, so probably 30 times. I'm going to double up, pop your, need another hand, pop your hook through your loop there. Can you see that? Pop your hook through your chain there, loop through there, pull it up towards the top without grabbing, because it's so many threads, then opening that, letting go, and it's upside down. Well, it won't matter. I've done the other one the other way. Right, so I'm going to cut a few out at 22. So I went that way and maybe go this way. So you're halfway. Pull through your loop and then pull through that loop. That's one way of doing it. You might have a different way of doing that. Let's just make sure they're nice and straight. Try and get to a longish point. That'll do. And like magic. And that is it. At the end of our scarf. Hope you enjoyed that tutorial. If you would like to like and subscribe, that would be very, very nice of you. And I will see you in the next video.